Good evening, dear students. Good evening, dear students. Can you hear me?
Good evening, Doctor.
Okay. I hope you are in good health. I see this opportunity to express my best wishes and greetings to you all in the occasion of the Prophet's birthday. God's blessing and peace be upon him. Many happy returns of the day. Dear students, look at the screen. You see sentences here. Identify and correct the errors in the following sentences. You see the first sentence. Who would like to answer the first one? Identify and correct the errors in the following sentences. Anybody? The first sentence. Can you hear me? Anybody can answer the first sentence? Anybody? Appear, Ala, Arid, anybody can answer the first sentence to identify and correct the error in this first sentence? Can you hear me? Dear students, can you hear me? Please don't write on the screen, please. Anyone can answer the first sentence. Everyone is attending the meeting except the secretary. Identify the error in this sentence. In terms of the spelling or punctuation. What do you think, Ala? What do you think, Aya? Iman? Farah? What do you think of the first sentence? Everyone is attending the meeting except the secretary. Identify the error here in terms of the spelling or punctuation. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, Doctor.
Yes,
Okay.
we can say like accept, not accept.
Yeah.
Accept. It's
Accept.
something we call it like
What about the first
homophones, like
sentence?
what do you mean? What?
No.
Oh, we have to capitalize it.
Yes.
Like
First letter.
everyone is
Yes,
attending the
everyone.
secretary.
Yes, everyone should capitalize here the first letter. Everyone
Attending.
is attending the meeting except instead of accept the secretary.
Yes.
And the last at the end of the sentence there is a period. Is it okay?
Yes, there is. I can't hear you very well.
And instead of accept.
Yes,
Except.
Yes.
E-X-C-E-B-T. Not
X
accept.
C E P T.
Accept.
Yes.
Accept is a proposition in grammar. But accept is a verb. Accept is a verb. But accept is a proposition.
So it's related. It's related to something we call it like. It's
Yeah.
related to this.
Is it clear?
I mean, here is a mistake related to the spelling.
Yeah.
Basically.
In terms of spelling, right. Accept instead of accept. Okay, let's move to the second one, the second sentence. Who can answer or
Yes,
identify
doctor.
and correct the error in the second sentence? Okay, go ahead. What's your name?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Rima.
Rima. Yeah. Okay.
Rima.
Okay, Rima. تفضل. Go ahead.
Yeah. We will capitalize the first
Yes.
letter in they,
Yes.
and it will be they accepted my invitation to dinner. Not expected. They accepted.
Yeah. We should
And we will
capitalize the first
put
letter at the beginning of the
full
sentence.
stop at the end.
Instead of accepted,
Yes.
accepted. My invitation.
Accepted my invitation to dinner, and we will
Period.
put full stop at the end of the sentence.
Right, you are. Yes, let's move to the third sentence.
Yes,
Yes,
doctor.
doctor.
Yes,
Yes.
doctor. Yes, doctor.
Yes, doctor.
Muhammad.
Yes. His advice was very useful. We have to capitalize the first letter H, and advice is a verb. We put advice, not advise.
Yes.
And there is a full stop.
Right. If you his, the first letter at the beginning of the sentence capitalized, instead of advise, advice, CE instead of SE. Was very useful, and at the end of the sentence there is a period.
Yes, doctor.
Okay. What's your
First
name?
of all, my إرادة
Right.
العقاد.
Yes. إرادة تفضل.
At the beginning of the sentence, I have to capitalize the letter I.
Yes.
And I advised, here is a mistake in the spelling. I have to put instead of C, S, advised.
Yes.
To purchase an economic car, period at the end of the sentence.
Once again, please repeat it because the voice is not clear.
Okay.
Repeat it, please. I capitalized,
Okay.
yes.
Capital. Okay. Yes. Advised, I have to replace the letter C with the letter S. It's a verb.
Yes.
To purchase an economic car, period at the end of this sentence.
There's another error here in this sentence. Who can find it? I was advised to purchase an economic car. The word economic here is an error. It's error. Instead of an economic, we can say an economic. Economic means saving, موفرة يعني سيارة مقتصدة. Economical car, an economical car. We add AL to this word, an economical car. Is it okay? Yes.
Why, doctor, we made this? Why?
Economical car, it means the car is saving, موفرة. توفر بنزين أو إلى آخره. You can say you are economical. أنت موفرة مقتصدة يعني. But economic, we can say economic issues, قضايا اقتصادية. Economic problems, مشاكل اقتصادية. لا نستطيع أن نقول economical problems أو issues. economic problems. Economic issues. But
Okay.
when you describe
Okay.
a car, we can say an economical car. سيارة مقتصدة موفرة. للشخص for a person, the wife is economical. الزوجة مثلا موفرة. Okay? Economic car. Economical.
Okay.
Correct. An economical car. Okay, let's move to number 5.
Yes, doctor.
Yes.
أسيل. Yes, أسيل. تفضل أسيل.
Pollution, we capitalize the first letter P and affect, not effect, because it's verb.
Yes, pollution affects everyone. Instead of effects, we can
We
say,
capitalize
yeah,
B.
capitalize B, yeah. What about effects?
And it's affect, not effect.
Yes,
verb.
affects
Affect,
instead
not
of
effect.
effects. Yes, affects the verb. Affects.
And
is
we
the verb.
have a period in the end.
Right. You are right. If the affect instead of effects. Affects pollution طبعا, capitalize the first letter and put a period at the end of the sentence. Okay, what's about, let's move to the next one.
Yes.
Yes, yes, doctor.
Yes.
Okay. What's your name?
My name is Reem.
ريم. ريم خضرة. ريم الخضرة.
Yes, يا دكتور.
تفضل. Okay.
نعم. Yes. What is the effect of that drug? Capitalize the first letter
Yes.
W. Is the effect
Right.
of that drug هنحط question mark.
Right. Bravo. Yes. If you are what, we capitalize W. The question word here, W, the first letter, is the effect. Is the effect instead or is the affect? Because the affect is a verb. Is the effect is a noun طبعا. Is the effect of that drug, and we put question mark at the end of this sentence. Okay, let's move to 7.
Yes, doctor.
ريما. صلاح.
Yes.
ولا صالح.
Saleh.
صالح. Okay.
Saleh.
Okay.
Okay. The game was cancelled because of it was raining. We will capitalize the first letter. And we will say because of raining or without of. It will be because it was raining or because of raining. And we will put a period in the end of the sentence.
Okay. The game was cancelled. The game طبعا capitalized. The was cancelled because
Because of
it was raining. Instead of because of, we omit of طبعا. Because it was raining or because of the rain or because of raining, etc. And put
yes,
a
because it
period
was raining.
at the end of the
Yes.
sentence. Okay, number 8. Number 8. Who can answer number 8? Number 8. Okay, number 8.
Okay, doctor, can I?
What's your name?
Yeah, can I?
عبير ولا إيمان؟
إيمان أبو زيادة.
أبو زياد.
إيمان أبو زيادة.
Okay, إيمان.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, he was sitting beside the pretty girl. We capitalize the first letter H. Yeah, we capitalize it.
Yes.
And we have to replace besides with beside, not besides.
Okay. There's another error here. And period at the end طبعا of the sentence.
Pretty?
No. Period at the end of the sentence. And there is another.
Can I?
Yeah. We have.
he was إيش? He was, look at the word sitting here.
I
With
instead of
I.
he.
Sitting.
Sitting.
Sitting. Yes, I.
SITTING.
Yeah.
Sitting instead of sitting. SE.
Spelling. Yes.
Yes, the spelling. He was sitting. SITTING. Beside instead of besides the pretty girl, and we put a period at the end of the sentence. The word طبعا besides is different from the word beside. Beside means next to, but besides means in addition to. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Beside without s means next to, بجانب يعني in Arabic. But besides with s, it means in addition to, بالإضافة إلى. Okay, let's move to number 9.
Yes, doctor.
Number 9. Who can answer number 9?
Yes.
What's your name?
Asil.
Asil. Yes. تفضل يا أسيل.
Jim and his brother-in-law are equally as tall. We have a hyphen between brother in and in law.
Right. يبقى عندنا
And
Jen
we put
and his
a period in the end of the sentence.
There is another error here. In addition to what
Capitalize the first letter.
you should capitalize the first letter, Jim. And his brother in law طبعا we hyphen after brother and after in, brother in law. Another error. Can we say are equally as
Yeah.
in English?
No.
What is the correct?
Maybe are equal in tone.
Are equally tall. Yes. You can say Jim
Yes.
and his brother-in-law are equally tall.
Equally tall.
Or as Jim is as tall as his brother-in-law. We can يعني استدعي ايه نحولها لشكل ثاني يعني. يبقى Jim and his brother-in-law are equally tall without as. Are equally tall and buried at the end of the sentence. Okay, let's move to number 10. Number 10. Who can answer number 10?
Yes, doctor.
Yes, doctor.
Yes, doctor.
Yes.
What's her
I
name?
can give
What's her name?
إرادة.
إرادة. تفضلي إرادة.
I can give you further. I have to. There is a problem in further. I have to put you instead of farther.
Yes, برافو عليكي. Yes, I can give you further, not
Information.
further information
Yes.
about this later.
About this latter, I have to say latter, not later. It means رسالة. I don't have to say later.
Later. About this later. فيما بعد يعني. Is it correct?
Okay.
I
It could
can
be.
give you further. Instead of further, further.
And I have to put period at the end of something.
In terms of spelling here. I can give you further. FURTHER. And additional. Further information, additional information. Further means additional. Further information about this later period at the end of the sentence.
Period of the end.
Okay, let's move to 11. Who can answer? Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
Can I, doctor?
Yes.
How
What's your name?
far?
Yes. We capitalize how,
Yes.
H in how,
Yes.
and farther is wrong.
Yeah. What's the correct?
farther with
Farther.
A.
بالضبط.
لأنه yeah,
Yeah.
farther because it means أبعد.
Yeah. It means إنه farther refers to distance. مسافة يعني.
Yes. Yeah.
How much farther? Yes.
Yeah. Did he run? Then she did. There is a period, of course, and
No, a period, not a period.
No, it's a
How
question
much
mark.
farther?
I tell you
At
that
the
in
end of the
the last
sentence.
of the sentence.
Question mark.
Question mark here.
Yeah,
How
I'm
much?
sorry.
How much? This is a
ما
question
لاحظتش
word.
آسفة.
How much? Question word here. How much
Yeah.
farther did he run than she did? Question mark.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move to 12.
Yes.
ريما. تفضلي ريما.
Yes. You had better to pay attention to the details. You had better without to.
Yes, right. برافو عليكي. You had better pay attention to the
Pay attention to the
and
details.
period at the end.
Yeah, and period in the end. Yeah.
You had period, better, you had better, you should omit to. And had better is followed by infinitive without to. You had better pay attention to the details. Okay. Let's move to 13.
Yes, doctor.
What's your
Yes,
name?
doctor. إرادة.
إرادة. تفضلي إرادة.
Which movie would you rather to see? Which movie would you rather see without to?
Right.
And I will put a question mark at the end of the sentence.
Bravo, yes. Which movie would you rather see? Question mark. You should note here the had better and would rather are followed by infinitive without to. Okay, let's move to number 14. Number 14. Abir. Who can answer number 14? Number 14.
Okay, doctor.
What's your name? إرادة?
إرادة.
Yes, تفضلي إرادة.
I'll capitalize the first letter I am writing in regards. After in regards, I think I have to put like a comma.
No. What about spelling here? In regards to, what's the correct?
In regards of
I don't. Once again, please. I
In
am.
regard of your, I'm writing
Of your letter.
In regards of your.
In regard to, without
Of.
s, without s. In regard to. In regard to.
To
أو
your
regarding.
of.
يعني أمامك مخيرين. يا إما بتقولي إيه؟ In regard to. يا إما regarding. I am writing regarding your letter. أو in regard to. لا نستطيع. We cannot say in regards to. We don't add s. In regard to. The correct. In regard to your letter. Complete.
Yeah, to your letter of May. Here we'll put hyphen between.
Me,
yes.
me. What about me, me?
Of May.
Capitalize here the name of the letter.
Yes. It's a month. We have to capitalize it. Yes, and 10, 20, 20, I have to put period at the end of this sentence and between. Yes.
Between اللي هو ايه 10,
and
2020.
And we will put period at the end of this
and
sentence.
Period at the end of this sentence, right? Okay, let's move to 15.
Yes, doctor.
Asil, go ahead.
Yeah.
Asil, yes.
It's essential that we leave on time. We will capitalize I in it, and it is not it.
Oh, yes. Read it again,
And
please.
we have
Good. Capitalize.
capitalize I,
Yes. I, yes.
and it is not it. We
Yes.
have help verb.
Put here اللي هو apostrophe. It is essential.
Yeah.
Put at apostrophe
Uh,
طبعا. It is
and
essential
put a
that
period
we
in the
leave
end of
on
the
time.
sentence.
And period at the end of this sentence. Okay, number 16. Number 16.
Yes.
Rima, go ahead, Rima.
Yes. We will capitalize the first letter,
Yeah.
T, and we will omit the apostrophe in it.
Yes. We omit
It's
apostrophe
yes, and a period in the end.
at the end of the sentence. Okay.
Yes.
The dog, we capitalize the first letter, the, ta, and we omit apostrophe. Its tail when it saw the food, period at the end of the sentence. Okay, number 17.
Can I, doctor?
Yes.
Yes, doctor.
What's your name? Abir? Yara?
Yara Rayan.
Yara, yes. Okay, Yara.
We capitalize in the first as in the she. Well, lose, delete one O, not double O.
Yeah.
Weight of she goes on a diet, period.
Yes. You can capitalize the first letter as she will lose weight. Lose weight instead of loose. L-O-S-E. Lose weight if she goes on a diet. Period at the end of the sentence. Okay. Let's move to the 18. Number 18.
Yes, doctor.
Muhammad Abu Shamal.
Shamal.
Yes, Abu Shamal. تفضل.
She used to wear loose clothes when she was young. We capitalize the word, the letter S in the first of the sentence. Then we put double O for loose clothes when she was young, and we put a period in the end of the sentence.
Right, you are right. What's the difference between lose and loose?
lose it means
Lose is a
يخسر.
verb. Lose is a verb. بمعنى يفقد أو يخسر أو إلى آخره.
Yeah, but loose it means واسع.
Loose is an adjective which means not tight. Loose clothes بمعنى not tight clothes. Is it clear? Okay, number 19. Number 19.
Yes.
Okay. What's your name?
Rima.
Rima? Yes, Rima. تفضل.
I passed the house on the way to the post office. We will capitalize I.
Yes.
And it will be past ED. معناها أنا جلست أو مررت.
Yes, برافو عليك. Yes. You've got I
on the way to the post office and a period in the end.
Yes, period at the end of the sentence. You've got I passed.
Yeah.
B A double S E D double S طبعا. Passed. مررت يعني. I passed the house on the way to the post office. Not passed. Okay, let's move to the next one.
Can I, Doctor?
Yes, go ahead.
We capitalize in the first one.
Yes.
Can learn from past, not past. It past experiences.
Yes, past
Period.
experiences. Past طبعا اللي هو is an adjective here. Is an adjective. It comes before the noun. Past. You've got one capitalized, the first letter, can learn from past experiences. Past is the adjective. It comes before the noun. Okay, let's move to 21.
Excuse me,
Yes,
can you repeat it
Doctor.
again?
21. Who can answer 21?
Yes, Doctor.
What's the name? Irada? Okay, Irada.
Irada.
تفضلي.
We will capitalize the letter H. He followed basic scientific principles. Here, we have to put instead of A. Principles here, it means like مسؤول مدير, but principles here, it means مبادئ sentence.
Yes, right.
Am I right?
Right, you are. يبقى he followed, he capitalized طبعا the first letter, followed basic scientific principles. Principles here اللي هو error in terms of spelling here. And instead of principles BLES. هي مبادئ يعني. He followed basic scientific principles. اللي هو in his research period at the end of this sentence. Okay, let's move to 22. 22. Mm-hmm. 22.
Yes, Doctor.
Okay.
Yes,
تفضلي.
Doctor.
تفضلي. يلا يا إرادة تفضلي.
We will capitalize the first. Okay. We will capitalize the first letter that Sherman pointed out principles, the same problem above. Principles here in terms of spelling, I have to put principles with A, objections the same, and I will put a period at the end of this sentence.
Right. The principle, this is an adjective, principal objections. It means main objectives. Objections. Main. رئيسي يعني اعتراضات رئيسية. Okay, let's move to 23. We must.
Yes, Doctor.
Muhammad, تفضل. Go ahead.
We must be quiet. We must be quiet inside the library. We capitalize the word W.
Yeah.
And quiet has a problem in spelling. We put the quiet that's mean هادئ inside the library, and we put a period.
A period at the end of the sentence. Okay.
Yeah.
يبقى instead of quiet, you should say اللي هو quiet inside the library. A quiet means silent one, but a quiet means completely. يبقى we must be quiet. Silent means inside the library, period at the end of this sentence. Okay, let's move to 24.
Yes, Doctor.
Yes, Doctor.
Oh,
Yes, Doctor.
Yes, Doctor.
Aya?
Your answer
Aya?
was
Aya?
quite wrong. We capitalize.
Yes.
Yes. We capitalize you in full, and instead of quiet, we put quiet, quiet, because it's adverb.
Yes, bravo عليك, adverb. And instead of a quiet is an adjective.
Put E
But
after
quite
T.
is a
And
drop.
from
Quite wrong and period at the end of the sentence.
okay.
Okay, the last 25.
Yes, doctor.
Yes, doctor.
Iman,
Yes, doctor. Yeah. Yeah. We capitalize the first letter, the T, and we have to replace raising with rising, not raising. يعني
Right.
rising أو yes, and
Sun.
we put
The
period.
sun is rising high in the sky. The correct is to
Yes,
say
and we put period.
rising instead of raising. What's the difference between raise or rise? The verb rise. What's the difference between the verb rise and the verb raise?
Raise يعني يرفع.
تمام.
But rise يرتفع.
And grammar من ناحية grammar, grammatically. The verb rise doesn't have an object, but the verb raise has an object.
Yes, yes.
أقول لك raise your hand, ارفع ايدك مثلا. هذا إيه is followed by an object. But نقول إيه the sun is rising. أو he rises مثلا, he always rises early. Okay, number 26.
Yeah.
Okay, 26. إرادة. تفضلي إرادة.
Yes, doctor.
تفضلي.
My grandfather rises early every morning, not raises.
Yes, bro. Yes.
And period at the end of this.
Okay, my grandfather rises early every morning. We capitalize the first letter at the beginning of the sentence and we change raises into rises and put a period at the end of the sentence. Okay, 27.
Yes, doctor.
ريما تفضلي ريما.
Yes. Please sit here if you are tired. We will capitalize the first letter, P, and we will put comma after please.
P.
Yes, sit. We will put I instead of E.
Right.
And a period in the end of the sentence.
Okay, right you are. Okay, number 28.
Yes, doctor.
Okay, what's your name? إرادة برضك؟ إرادة تفضل.
إرادة. Who's in charge? We will capitalize the first letter W.
Yes.
We will put in here in the position. We will put apostrophe. In charge of the library, we will put a question mark at the end of this question.
Where's we put apostrophe? Where apostrophe here?
Between the S and E. As far as I guess, I don't know, but it means position here. Like I mean, ملكية.
Yeah. Who? Not whose. Who apostrophe S. Who is?
Yes.
Whose بمعنى إيه؟ Who is يعني. فعندك who.
Yes, it means.
Between اللي هو O and S we put apostrophe. Who يعني who is in charge of the library. And we put a question mark here.
Yes, okay.
Who's in charge of the library? من المسؤول عن المكتبة؟ من المسؤول عن المكتب؟ سؤال. Who's in charge of the library? Question mark. Okay, 29.
Can I, doctor?
Yes, doctor. Yes, doctor.
Who would like to answer?
Can I, doctor?
Iman? Iman ولا ريم?
ريم يا دكتور.
Okay, Reem. Okay, go ahead.
They did the work by themselves. Change the first letter T they and في spelling في الكلمة الأخيرة بتصير themselves.
Yes, right.
And put period in the
period at the end of the sentence. They طبعا capitalize the first letter at the beginning of the sentence. They did the work by طبعا this is اللي هو error in terms of spelling. And we cannot say themselves in English. Themselves, themselves, they themselves, I myself, we ourselves. This is reflexive pronouns. الضمائر منعكسة. He himself, they themselves, I myself, she herself, etc. فهنا they did the work by themselves, not themselves. Okay, the last sentence here. Who can answer the last one? Number 30. The last.
Okay, doctor, can I try?
What's your name? إرادة. تفضلي إرادة.
إرادة.
Okay. Go ahead.
Through examination shows that is.
Try again, إرادة. إرادة, try again.
I'm sure about it. Through examinations, I have to, maybe we will change it. We will say although examination, or it will be the same.
What about the first?
We will capitalize the first letter A.
Yes, capitalize the first
letter.
Through
examination shows that he is seriously ill.
Period at the end of the sentence. What about, there is a spelling here. Spelling, wrong. Spelling error here. In this sentence, spelling error. Try to find it. Identify it.
Seriously, يا دكتور. Seriously.
No. Seriously is an adverb. It describes the adjective here. Seriously. Right to say seriously. There is a spelling error here.
Through.
Yes, through. What is the correct? And instead of through.
Through.
Thorough.
That's
thorough.
Yeah.
Thorough. A thorough examination. THO. THOROUGH. We put O after TH. A thorough examination. A thorough examination shows that he is seriously ill. What does it mean, a thorough examination?
يعني الامتحان الشامل.
فحص شامل.
فحص شامل. يس برافو. هنا في معناها فحص لأنه هذا مرض. فحص شامل. A complete يعني. A complete examination shows that he is seriously ill. Instead of through is a preposition, but a thorough is an adjective. It describes examination. A thorough examination shows that he is seriously ill. Period at the end of this sentence. Okay. Thank you so much for your attending. And I wish you all the best and see you next time, inshallah.